Hi everyone, welcome back. It's Joy's Creative Finger, and today I've put together a video that shows the kind of glitching that I use to create some beautiful interior designs. This is a 2x2 room and a 1x2 room that you need, and a sizable pool a bit further back so you have some space for the property that you're going to build. I did create a let's build for the chimney house that I did a couple of weeks back, and in some of the comments there were statements that some of you found it difficult to replicate, that it basically didn't work. So I've gone ahead and inserted that in some way into this build so that you can see it once again while I use the building for some of the glitching styles that I'm about to show you now. I'm just going to go ahead and tidy up a little bit so it does look like a nice little home, and just cover up the flooring as well. And then I'll put down the furniture in the way that will allow me to place certain items in a glitched manner. I'm going to put down a bed and try and place a picture frame above it, which is something that we would do in real life. So but it doesn't allow you to do that in Sims FreePlay, but that's something I'm going to try to do. As you can see, I've put down a bed, and then of course I've placed some windows around also, and that's because I'm going to put some decorating items around it when the moment comes. So this is the fireplace location, and I'm going to put a fireplace in there shortly, but of course I would need to place seats around it, but this time I'm going to place them diagonally, and I'll show you how to glitch that. Now I'm going to place 3 of these seats inside the 2x2 little house at the back here, and I put the 3 because I don't want to have to go back again and fetch out another seat. You'll understand when I get to that point. And then I'm just going to place some doors around where they need to be in the property, just so I don't put stuff down where I didn't mean to. So that's the entrance door, a door to the bedroom, another door to the, say, restroom perhaps, and that would be a kitchen. So obviously the inside would be living room and a dining space as well. So the next thing I'm going to do is put down this fireplace in the chimney, and I think we should be done with that now. So let's go ahead and get some glitching underway immediately. I have to place 2 size patios, 1x2 patios on the other end, and a 3x2 on the other end, and put the fence around it. Then of course I'm going to go ahead and place double archway doors on either side of the 1x2 building, and then we need a 1x2 rug. Anyone will do. Place it in the middle, and you have to do it in this order, otherwise it won't work. And then I start glitching. You drag across to the framed patio not more than 3 times, otherwise you'd end up with a situation where you have to delete the plot in order to remove the glitched doors. Now I'm going to take one of the red doors and pop them on the back there of that building, and then shorten the property just once. Now that I've done that, that door is no longer flashing red where the seats are. I'm going to tug one seat forward and then escape without accepting the action. It's now flashing red. I take the door off, and then I drag along the 3rd seat onto the flashing red seat, and it stays in place. Then of course I shorten the room, maybe 2 times, 3 times max, and then now they are ready to place anywhere I please. I'll get to the pool part in a minute, but first of all I'm going to show you something about placing items above seats, or placing items above the bed, as I mentioned earlier. So I'm going to place a mirror right here. It could be a picture, it could be a light maybe that goes up on the wall. As long as it goes up on the wall, I've just chosen this very item, which I really like. Now when I place a seat there, it won't stay, but with the flashing red seats it would stay in place, and then you have to cancel the one that's highlighted, and you can see here that the seat is in place against it, but it's not really tasteful because the mirror is too long, so I'm just going to take that off. Just wanted to show you how it works. But what we need to do now is start the pool glitching, where we placed items in an adjacent way. So you've got to put down at least 3 or 4 pool cleaners. You have to have a pool. So I don't know what stage you get to where you unlock pools. You have to have the basement. You have to do some of the quests with Bree and then create a basement room. It doesn't have to be that big. A 1x2 would be fine. You just need to be able to get to the basement, as you can see here. So now I've gone down and I've placed a seat in the location I think is right underneath the pool. Yep, it's in. And now I have to wait for the pool cleaners to sort of turn in an adjacent way. I think that's good enough. Now, as you can see, I have 2 pool cleaners that are facing that way. And that's the direction the seat would turn if I pick one of them, or that way. Now let's go for this one here. You go right down to the basement, come back up, and then click on the seat. The seat then turns in the actual angle. As you can see, those pool cleaners. Just lift the seat out and place it down. Ta-da! You do the same thing again. You get another seat, you go into the basement, you place it in a spot that's supposedly underneath the pool. Yes, it is. You have to come out to make sure the seat stops flashing red, and then you click on the pool cleaner that's facing in the direction you would like the seat to face. Come out and then tap on the seat and it would face in that exact direction. Now lift it out and place it where you like. So that's how I would absolutely love for my seats to face around a fireplace. Now this to me is quite beautiful. The Sims can actually sit on it, although they sit on it in a funny way, but you know, I'm aware that I will be asked how I do it, so that's how I do it. So now we're going to put a picture frame above the bed. Now I'm going to take off these seats because I don't need them anymore, and now I'm going to go in and get some picture frames. There's this particular one that I really like, that one there, and then place it again on the other side. Grab a door and escape from the other highlighted one, and then same thing, you shorten the room. Now the door's no longer flashing red. I grab one of the picture frames against the other and escape so I don't follow through with the action, and you will see that the other one is now flashing red against that door. I take the door off and then go and grab another picture frame and place it on the flashing red frame that is already in place. Now I'm going to shorten the room again, just halfway, and maybe twice, and that's all I need, and then grab hold of it and tap outside of the building where the bed is. I think I got that one wrong. We'll have to try again. Tap outside of the building. It should go on the inside, so let's just take that one off, and there you have it. But then again, the frame is sort of against the bed and I don't like that, so I would say this bed is fine as it is without something above it. So if I take that one off, you will find that I will select a bed that could really do with a picture frame or something behind it. So let's take something that has no headboard, say this one here, and I should have some more that is still in place. Let's get a picture frame and place it right there. And here we are. I think that's really beautiful. So that's the sort of thing you see around in my builds, and I get a lot of questions. Now I'm going to do something else on this wall between these windows that I placed down earlier. There's this really lovely homestead sink that I think looks beautiful in the bathroom. I'm going to set it down here, and now looking at it right away you think I would like a mirror there, and that makes sense. So I'm going to go ahead and empty out that room. Before I do that, I'm going to select this particular mirror, and this mirror, in case you ask, is from the French Romance event that we are actually working on right now for Valentine's Day 2017. I've just acquired those, so I'm going to use it. And I've placed 3 inside the room. I've grabbed another glitched door, placed it in space, escaped from the other highlighted door, and then I shorten the room. Once I do that, I'll pull along that particular mirror and escape. The other one pops back and stays flashing red. Get rid of the door, and then place the other mirror in the corner against the one that's red, and it would stay in place. We go ahead and repeat the cycle, shorten the room by a couple of times, maybe max, and then grab the mirror and tap on the outside of the building. And it should go in place, escape from the other one, or actually take it off, and here you are. I think it's really beautiful. Just look at that. It looks like one piece, and it could create a really beautiful bathroom. I think is absolutely gorgeous. It's absolutely beautiful, and it's the kind of glitching that I absolutely like to use. It's quite tasteful and lovely. The other thing I was asked about is bay windows and placing doors against certain items. So I'm just going to go ahead and create some kind of extension to this room. As you can see, I'm going to make sure it looks like one room by putting the same flooring and walls in, and now I'm going to place a unit in there of my choice. I like the homestead one. I think the white one would go quite nicely with the white in the bed. And now it's time for us to put a door against it so that both rooms look like one room. You can see here that it's on its own and isolated. Well, before I go ahead, let me just collect something here. Let's go for 700 glass. I'm still collecting for the Valentine French romance event. So now I need to get one of those doors that are already glitched and just tap it against that wall and take off the other one that is in that building, and here we are. But you can see that the isolation is still in place. All you have to do is leave the house, come back in, and you will find that that part of the building has sort of fixed itself, and now it looks like one room flowing through with a bay window, and you can still place items on that unit. So I hope I've answered most of the questions that I was asked about different glitchings that I've used, and one in particular that I am going to use is placing these chairs diagonally, as you can see here. Thank you so much for watching. Have a lovely day.